And as Mark Jordan now reports, the guns have been transformed into something a lot less lethal.
In an attempt to stop the armed hold-up, the police set up a handover, and that duel between police and gun ended up here today at a Fareham Foundry. For the past month, the public have been able to surrender their guns at police stations, and over 2,000 in Hampshire have done just that.
Some were really old and rusty and probably would not have fired, but a lot of them were capable of being fired, and a lot of them were fairly new. So we didn't ask questions how we got them, we were just happy to take them off them.
Hampshire came in just behind London and Devon with a haul of 2,184 guns, 176 knives, 6 hand grenades and a few disarmament achievements that would warm the hearts of even Reagan and Gorbachev.
Rocket launchers, I think in all we had five rocket launchers from various parts of the county, which, and I know a number of those have been taken by the museum services owing to their rather good condition.
So there was potential with some of them that could have been used and still working?
Oh, yes.
From rocket launchers to hand pistols, they all went in for the great meltdown, making 2 tons of molten metal. Police have yet to dispose of 18,000 rounds of ammunition. That's more than enough, they say, to blow Fareham Foundry across Hampshire. Have you saved yourself one for the living room wall?
No, I'd like to, but we don't do things like that, just in case they've been used in the crime.
Over 2,000 guns into the melting pot, once the danger of the streets. Now they're going to be back on the streets, making them safe to walk on, because they're going to be over 200 manhole covers.
Handed in to Hampshire Police. Hundreds of guns which were handed in to Hampshire Police during the September amnesty were melted down today at an iron foundry, and they'll be back on the streets soon in a completely different form.
These are the guns that were handed in from all over Hampshire during the September amnesty. Guns of every description, more than 2,000 of them. All destined for the melting pot today, a gift from Hampshire Police to an iron foundry at Fareham. They represented 2 tons of metal and included even hand grenades and defused ammunition.
The whole spectre, really. It goes from handguns to guns like you see. This one in particular has been sawn off, which obviously makes it particularly bad.
Does it surprise you, the amount of guns you've got here?
Yes, it does. I was surprised when we loaded the lorry yesterday. We've been doing it over the last couple of months, and in dribs and drabs it doesn't seem so many, but when you get a lorry load like this, it's good that all these are taken off the streets. Everyone is one less.
As the firearms were tipped into the foundry, the melting down took a matter of seconds. The molten metal was poured quickly into a conveyor belt of casts, and within minutes, what had been lethally dangerous weapons at the beginning of the process were coming out at the end in the form of 500 manhole covers. The covers will find their way into pavements and highways up and down the country, much to the satisfaction of the senior police officer who masterminded the guns amnesty in Hampshire. To the foundry in Fareham, it was just another day in their 150-year history of recycling scrap metal. And anyway, they said, they've always made manhole covers of the highest.